Fam, how are you? Today we are going to be talking about how to read faster, and I will be remiss if I tell you that you do not have to read faster. You can read at whatever speed is good for you. If you have found it, congratulations. As long as you are enjoying the book, you are enjoying your text, you are understanding it completely, and are digesting everything, you are at the perfect speed. But if you do want to read faster, then I am going to be sharing some tips and tricks with you that have helped me, and hopefully they might help you. So let's just get into it. Before we begin though, I do want to also shout out some of the other videos that I've created in this Help You Read Better Faster series, so I will link them up and down below in the cards for you to check out. Number one is the most obvious one, and something that I've already mentioned before, and that is to just read. The more you read, the better you get at it, the faster you will become. Practice makes perfect, and that's literally all that it is. However, I do have some actual other ones as well instead of
just read more.
the second tip that I have for you is to use my bookmark as a scanner. So essentially what I mean by this is that you read your book like this. So with each line, you kind of hold your bookmark right above it. And essentially what this does is you have a habit as just human beings to kind of trying to want to skip ahead, and seeing other lines or words that might catch your fancy. But this one fully just diverts your attention to exactly what is on the page and what you're supposed to, the line that you're supposed to be reading. And this actually helps you in like going way faster, I feel. So yeah, that one. I also find it more helpful if the bookmark is doesn't really have much on it, or if it's completely blank, or has, I don't know, something that's not quite as distracting that would make you think of something else, and then you just go into a zone. So I think that would be another 2.2 in this tip. My third tip is also to do with bookmarks, and that is the two bookmark method. So one is that I have one bookmark where I am currently in my book, and then I have another bookmark which is just a few pages down about where I want to be. So what I do is essentially that I set these small goals for myself. So in this one, I have about 30 pages that I think I can easily read, and then once I get to that, I feel happy. I feel satisfaction that I have achieved that goal, and that gives me a little bit of a serotonin boost, and just makes me believe that I can read more and faster. So that's something that I think has really helped me in terms of propelling me not only to read faster but more. So yeah, I think that would definitely help, and maybe you should check that out and let me know what you think. The next tip is something that I have discovered just, I think, a year or so ago, and that is to listen to an audiobook while also reading. I have found this to be absolutely game changing, because essentially what I do is I have an audiobook that I probably have through any of my subscription services, be it Scribd or Storytel or whatever, and I also have like either a physical book or an ebook, and what I do is that I put the audiobook at like maybe a 2 times speed or a 2.5 times speed sometimes, and I read while the audiobook is also happening. So what happens is that I feel that I kind of understand it at a better level, if that makes sense, because I am digesting it not through just reading but also listening, but also because the audiobook is at a certain speed that I am comfortable with, that I go way faster in my reading, and it's just been absolutely amazing. My next tip is for you to either remove noise from around you or add noise to it. And by this I mean that if you are in a zone where there's like a lot of people talking around you, or you just don't seem to be able to concentrate, adding white noise to your like headphones or just putting them on really really helps to like just shut out everything else and fully get into your book. I listen to a bunch of playlists while doing this, and I will link some of them down below. But some examples are like crackling noises or being in the Hogwarts dormitory or something like that. It's just really cool and atmospheric, and sometimes you can find things that are even close to things that are going on in your book. So for example, if it's set in a school, then but yeah, also like waves, that's also like very calming. So it just kind of helps me read faster because I don't really have anything distracting me. Now, my next and last tip is going to sound very, very strange, because while I was researching for this video to see if other people had like maybe better ideas or something like that, there is one thing that caught my attention, and then I have been trying it for the past few months and it has been working, and that is to essentially not read aloud in your head while you are reading. And I didn't realize that I was doing this until I saw that. And I will link wherever I found this if I remember where I found it. But it's essentially what you do when you're reading is because you were taught to read aloud as a child. So when you're reading, you kind of read aloud in your head, and that process takes much longer than just if you aren't doing it at all. So and you're just like kind of just going over the page and understanding it, and just not reading it aloud, if that makes any sense to you. But yeah, I think that was really really helpful. I have been doing it over this month, and it does take you some practice, because honestly it's been like, I don't know, 20 years that I've been doing this, where I've been reading aloud in my head. So obviously to get rid of that is going to take me some time. But I definitely do see merits in this. And I will link you to that video or that thing which I saw, which spoke about this, because I thought that was really helpful. But yeah, that's about it in terms of the my tips and tricks to help you read faster. I really do hope that this was helpful. If you as a reader have any tips or tricks, please do add them down in the comment section down below, because just we're a community of readers trying to help each other out. And yeah, I hope that this was helpful, as I have said, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.